Perfect. Well, I want to start with a tune, okay? And I'm hoping that this will come clear through the audios. I know sometimes through like Zoom and Facebook and those types of things, it doesn't want to let you put these through. So if not, I'm going to put it out to the Facebook group after this, and I'm also going to put it into the email because you need to listen to this tune.
That but you doubt. I'm not the doubt energy be clear, bitches out. They serving me full out. I'm looking with my eyes, so I'll never be alone. I got money in the bag, it start to overflow. I'm tapping in the energy, they worried anymore.
This is what we're talking about. We are going into overflow, right? This is why we started our businesses. We wanted to make a freaking change. We wanted to change our lives, our clients' lives. We want to be having overflow in our business accounts, in our personal accounts, in our savings accounts. I love the fact, I think it was Madame Francis that once said about a fat savings account. Who's here for a fat freaking savings account? Because if you are, you're in the right place. Welcome to Subconsciously Shifting to Six Figures and Freaking Beyond Masterclass. Let's go. Who am I? For those that haven't met me before and new into my world, hello, I welcome you. I love the fact you've joined the crazy side of the internet of Natasha Clark. I am a mindset and business coach for female entrepreneurs like you who want to build and scale their online businesses that freaking light them up. They want to change the world and they want to make back, right? AKA, I am the unconscious mind whisperer. More to come on that, do not worry. And I help my clients tap into their unconscious mind to rewire their old beliefs, master the soul strategy to scale a business that is profitable and pleasurable. And the reason why I created this, right, because it's all well and good, and I'm talking from experience, it's all well and good having a fat bank account, okay, where you've like smashed a great month, a second great month, and you've done a great launch and you've got a great amount of cash in there. But if it doesn't feel pleasurable, if you don't feel safe around that, okay, I'm going to share a story. It's not on the slides, but it's coming. I remember when I hit a 60K cash month. No, that's a lie. 60K revenue month, cash was 42K. And I was obviously over the moon. I was like, oh my goodness, I was so excited to serve everyone that had joined my world in the program I'd launched. But as quick as I celebrated that huge cash month, I didn't feel safe. I was like, oh my goodness, what happens if I can't make this money again next month? What happens if I don't hit this? What are people going to think? I didn't feel safe. So yes, I'd made a shit ton of money, which is incredible, but I didn't actually feel safe holding that money. And this is why I am so freaking passionate about creating a business that is not just profitable, but pleasurable as well. Okay. We're not in this to like be tied to our laptop. And this is all we do is work, 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 work. No, we're creating a business so we have a freaking life. And the business kind of enhances our life because it enhances our passion, what it is that we want to do, want to change the world, want to change lives, but also it gives us the cash, the revenue to be able to change other areas of our personal lives as well. So that's a kind of little bit of an intro on who I am. I'd love to know, actually, put into the chat box if you're watching me live. Tell me if you already know me. Are you an OG? Are you already in my world? Maybe you've worked with me, like tell me. Or if you're a newbie, if you're like, Tash, I've just kind of found you, or I've kind of been stalking you for a while, and then now I'm coming in to actually watch some of your stuff, like tell me, what actually is that? While you say that into the chat box, I want to set my intention. And my intention is this. I want you to come away from this masterclass feeling open and activated into the possibilities of the six figures and beyond for you. Not just to celebrate me and my success and what I've been able to build a business. Yeah, great. But hello, that's not why you join this masterclass, to hear about me. Why you join this masterclass is to really see how you can make this into your business, because just going to put it out there. It's freaking possible, okay? But you can understand that. So let's kind of go into what you're going to learn. You're going to learn what is stopping you from breaking through to that 6-figure plus mark. I say plus because I know some of you that are already potentially at the 6-figure mark and looking to go into multi-6 figures. And I know some of you are literally just making £2,000 in your business, and you really want to scale that to the 8K mark, which is 6 figures. Okay, it's not actually 10K. But we're not here to discuss that. The crucial steps in cultivating more wealth. What's actually keeping you stuck at this income level? Like, let's be fair. Understanding what it is that's keeping you stuck will change the game for you, because that will help you understand, oh, this is what's wrong. This is how I fix it. That making 6 figures plus doesn't mean you have to hustle. In fact, it's the actual opposite. Like, I'm going to share with you how, and this is what I've learned, and I really do truly, if you're watching this masterclass and you're more at the stages where you're making money in your business, but you're kind of wanting to get to the 6 figures, I wish I had a masterclass like this that I could learn from and understand. I was very conditioned when I started my business that you've got to hustle. It's got to be hard work. It's got to be blood, sweat, and tears, eating dust, no sleep, like slight exaggeration, but you know what I mean. Whereas I'm here I want to pave the way for you. I want you to understand that there is more. You can achieve more. You can quantum leap more. You can have more by really diving into what's going on inside and not actually what the external stuff is. That's all just stuff, okay? What if I shared with you that what actually is what you need is what's inside of you? And I'm a business coach, okay? So I truly believe in something which I create, which is called soul strategy. So it's not like I'm sitting here going, you don't have to do any work. You don't have to do any strategy. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is how to actually create and really shift yourself into that is through what I'm going to teach you in this masterclass, okay? And it's really important that you understand. I think the fact that I'm a business coach, it comes from probably even more, I don't know, grit, because I'm a business coach. I teach business. I know that strategy is really important. But what I really, really, really want you to understand is what's more important than the strategy is mastering this. This is what will scale you to those 6 figures, okay? Because this photo is so funny, isn't it? This was me back in 2017 when I literally started my journey. So I know how it feels. I know how it feels to be busy in the strategy, to be literally work, not seeing the results, hustling hard in your business and no time to work on the business or the business growth because you're so busy in the business. Yeah, I know that. I know that feeling of when you're looking around and you're seeing things on social media and everyone is making it seem like getting to 6 figures and beyond is so easy. It's so easy. These cash months are just so easy. And you're like, I'm just trying to figure this out. Like, what the actual hell? Like, I feel stuck just trying to sign clients and people go, it's really easy to make this much cash. And like, I know. And all you're doing is you're focusing on the day to day. You're focusing on, you get up out of bed, you're like, right, what do I need to do to move my business today? Okay, I need to post on social media. I need to serve the clients I've got. Oh, I haven't done Insta stories. Oh, I need to send an email out. Oh, I need to, and you're just being pulled from pillar to post, okay? And of course, you're either going to end up losing your mind, wanting to chuck your laptop out the window or wanting to give up on it all. Like, hell yeah, been there many, many, many times. I don't think you're an entrepreneur if you have not been there, right? Or you're struggling with those pesky limiting beliefs that keep kind of cropping up to block you, like they're driving you crazy. Because you're thinking to yourself, well, why is everybody else celebrating this particular milestone in their business, right? 6 figures, let's just use that. And I'm not. What's wrong with me? What am I missing? Can you relate? Can you feel that? And you want to shift your subconscious blocks for good. You want to unlock that success, the next level of success, like for you. And it's all possible. So I totally get how you feel. I've been there. I work with my clients day in, day out on these limiting beliefs that are coming up, feeling the way that you are feeling right now. And I just want to share this picture because this was back in 2017 when I kind of first started. And as you can see there, that name that I just pointed out, that was my mum. That was my mum, my biggest follower, my biggest supporter, still is to this day. Literally, she's here looking after Santiago. And just before I go on, she's go get them, girl. You've got it. Go share your gift with the world. And I'm like, oh God, I love you, mum. So she's literally like my biggest supporter. But I just want it to land with you that I've been where you are right now. I felt those feelings that you have felt and that are feeling. I understand when you say it's not working, I feel stuck. What's wrong? I get it. I get you. Okay. What I'd love to know, let's start off with finding out where you are right now. Okay. So tell me in the chat box, where are you right now? Are you at 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5, 6, 7, 8, whatever the number is? How much are you making per month in your business? Okay. And understand this, a CEO doesn't look at this number and hold judgment. And if you have got judgment, if you feel scared of showing it, whether it's because you feel it's too low, it's not where you should be, you want to be higher, or it is higher and you're scared that it's going to intimidate others, whatever that judgment is, this is exactly the masterclass you need. You just wait to the end for this one. So I want you to act like the CEO. I want you to step into that and be like, right, this is what I'm making each month. Because this is what a CEO does. She holds her numbers. Many, many a times, I would want to shy away from my P&Ls. I would not want to do my Excel docs because I'm like, oh gosh, I just want to shy away from the numbers, because if the numbers are not there, it means that they don't mean anything. And I would look at them and I would feel so much resentment, judgment, frustration. I felt so stuck. I felt mad. I felt angry. I felt upset. I would literally want to like not have calls with my accountants. And it's so interesting that I went through all of that, because this is all what my clients experience right now. And I'm like, I have got you. I have got you. Okay. So now we're going to move into, where do you desire to be? Okay. We know where your current reality is right now. Where do you desire to be? Is that 3K, 5K, 8K, 10K, 15K? Like, what is that next vision for you? That next step? It doesn't have to be the big, big goal, but it's your next desire of where you'd like to be. What is that? Tell me in the comments what that looks like. Okay, because we want to be clear of your current reality and your desired reality. That's really important. Energetically, you need to be able to know those numbers and then be able to detach, right? Very good. Yep. Okay. 10K, we got 5K. Yes, freaking bring it. I love it. Now, you need to know what that 6-figure plus vision is for you. Okay. You need to know what it looks like. And I know so many of you will have vision boards, which is great. You need, money wants that direction. Money wants you to map it out. So for example, you want to make 5K cash month. Okay. So, or is that cash or is that revenue? Is it net? Is it profit? Like, what's the desire? And it's really important that you get some clarity around that. So we're just going to keep it simple, like 10K cash months. Okay. That's cash. That's what you've cleared in your account. It's not the sales you've made, it's the cash. So what would you actually spend it on? I remember when I was doing that for when I wanted to hit the 6 figures, I'd work out what that meant in cash, what I'd pay in VAT, what I'd pay in tax, what I'd have then to pay myself, what I'd have for profit. And then I do profit first and have done for years. And then I would do business expenses. So I knew way before that money was coming in, where it all had directions and it felt freaking good. I felt lit. I felt excited by it. It didn't feel like pressure. I didn't feel like, oh, it felt, and I want this to light you up. I want you to see this and be like, yeah, I want to retire my partner, or I want to be having 10K cash into my bank account. I want to grow my team. I want to invest what my business expenses would look like. I want to have more time at home with my children. I want to drive the Range Rover, whatever it may be. I want the fat savings account. I want to see 110 cash in my account every month. Like, whatever it is, it doesn't actually matter. I just want you to be crystal clear on what that looks like for you and for your business. There is no right or wrong. Not everyone's freaking vision board should look the same. Okay. It doesn't matter if 10 badasses are all going for 6 figures. Their reasons for 6 figures are very, very different. Yours could be a Chanel bag. Someone else could be helping a homeless shelter. It doesn't matter. There is no judgment. Everyone has money and desires and where they want to put it out. You have just got to know where that is going. Okay. I hear so much of people say, I want to be wealthy. I said it for so long, still do, right? Because wealthy, which we're going to come to, wealthy isn't a number. You may think it is, but it's not. Wealth is a feeling. And a feeling is going to be different for everybody. What's your feeling? So some of my feelings when it comes to wealth is ease. Do you know that feeling where you just go, oh, This feels good. I do this out of pleasure. I get excited about the product suite that I have. I get excited when I'm launching, let's say, Conscious Coach. I get excited when I'm like, oh, I might add that one-on-one package to my product suite. I get excited because it feels in ease. There's no need, must. It's like, wealth is ease. To me, wealth is satisfaction. Wealth is support. Wealth is abundant. That for me, what are your words? What are your words or word when it comes to wealth? It's so important that we think it's a number, but guess what? You're going to get the number. I have so many clients that come to me and they say, Tasha, I wanted to hit the 10K cash month, and I do. Yeah, why don't I feel wealthy? Why don't I feel abundant? I'm like, I've got you. Like, I've got you. You know, we can get so conditioned into wealth feeling like a number. It's got to be a certain number. It's got to, no. Wealth is a feeling. The Range Rover is a feeling. The house is a feeling. The children are feelings. Like, everything that you desire in your life are feelings. Okay. And to me, wealth was always getting to experience it all with no sacrifices. And this was something, a block that I had for many, many years, that I couldn't get to have it all. Because when something amazing was going on, something else would then go down in my life, and something else would be this, and then something else would go down. And just by the way, I just want to say, I'm going to go through your comments and all your answers, hopefully at the end. If not, then after the masterclass. So don't worry, I've got you. You are seen, you are heard. I am holding you, right? To me, it's getting to experience it all with no sacrifice. Getting to make, this was one thing that always stays with me, and it's always written in my journal. I make decisions from desire, not from need, not from must. Like, I don't hire my coach because a need, a lack, and a must. I hire my coach out of desire, right? And when my clients come to work with me, whether they join Conscious Coach or one-on-one, there's a desire. They're like, I want to be in your world. I want to be your energy. I want to learn what Conscious Coach is. I want to learn about subconscious mind. That there's a desire. And that's the juiciness I want you to get into. I want you to get into the pleasure of business. I want you to get into the pleasure of wealth, the pleasure of signing clients, the pleasure of it all, rather than it being pressure, okay, and pressure to do things. So for me, it feels pleasurable to be able to then hire my coach. It feels pleasurable to be able to like hire my team, increase their wages. It feels pleasurable to me to make decisions, however small or big, even if it's like, I go with my girlfriends and I'm like, I've got this. I got it. Right? That to me is the best freaking pleasure. Or if I say, Mum, pack your bags up, I'm taking you for a little surprise. Or I go and I do something with Santiago. Like, there's no sacrifice to it. I want to experience life. And for me, when I think about wealth, I think about helping others. I think about my team. I think about my family. I think about my clients. And I think about giving back. That to me is wealthy. That to me is being that abundant where I can do all of that. And it's that no sacrifice to something else. I'm not going to not be able to pay for this because I've done that. Okay. Wealth is really that tapping into that feeling of, if I was to like express wealth into probably a sound, it would be that. So what I want us to do is I want us to tap into that feeling now. So for example, you don't have to wait until you're at 10K cash months before you can feel these feelings, right? This is, if you take anything from this masterclass, learn this. You do not need to wait until that. You tap into it freaking now. So let's activate wealth now. Like, who, give me some yeses in the chat box if you want to activate wealth now. Like, who wants to wait? No, I'm quite an impatient person. I ain't here for no waiting. So let's think about the word abundance, okay? My task to you, my challenge to you is I want you to become an FBI agent looking for evidence of abundance, because it's freaking everywhere. Whether you decide it is or it isn't, that's where you get the abundance or not. So let's think about, what abundance do you have around you right now? And do this as in a journaling task tonight, okay? What abundance do you have around you right now? You know, where is that abundance right now? Like, are you're living accommodations abundantly? You know, thinking about the seeing things, your sight for abundance. What about you eating abundantly? For example, the my fridge is full of the most incredible, delicious food that my husband is going to come home and cook for me tonight, right? Lunch, I can go there and pop into my fridge and eat as much and as little as beautiful food as I want. You know, I live in a beautiful, safe home. I've got the most incredible garden that I look out to. I'm in actually doing this masterclass in our outbuilding, something a bit different. Just to change up the energy a bit. You know, you have got so much abundance around you, the car you drive, the clothes that you wear, the laptop, the iPhone, the Wi-Fi that you've got, the ring light, the water, like there's so much abundance around you right now. You know, the abundance in like WhatsApp and being able to tap into all your great friends that you've got, your biz besties that you've got, you know, the great connections, being able to be on internet, being able to come and join this masterclass for free. Like you're so freaking abundant. Like, don't ever let that pass you. Don't ever let you pass you. And for me, one of my really like non-negotiable morning routines, part of that is gratitude. And I write 2 full pages, sometimes more, of all the things that I am so freaking grateful for right now. Guess what? Money loves not like the gratitude and things that I'm grateful for is everything I have right now, but everything I also want to welcome in. Okay. You don't become ungrateful just because you want more. Like that's not makes you ungrateful. But for really you to step into that abundance, you need to realize how freaking abundant you are right now and feel those feelings now. Like literally just sit with yourself and like your hand on your heart and then just take a nice deep breath in and be like, God, like the oxygen I was able to breathe in, like I was able to exhale out and wow, I'm so freaking abundant. Like get so obsessed with everything around you of why you are so freaking abundant right now, okay? Journal on that for me. I want to take a hazard here that right now you are completely consumed and busy in the strategy and business. You're feeling overwhelmed with doing it all. You're slipping back into your comfort zone of old habits. Don't forget, I'm coming to this, but your subconscious mind loves old habits because it's safety. You're struggling to balance your time and your energy. You're doing the journaling work, but you're not experiencing your desires in your current reality. So you're sitting there and you're doing all the journaling about your future self and the dream life, but you're not actually experiencing that in your desires in your current reality right now. You're being triggered by the figure when you have a look at your online banking account. You get triggered. Not having enough time to work on growing the business as you're too busy in the business, which has left you feeling deflated, frustrated, and second guessing yourself. Can I really do this? Is 6 figures actually possible for me? Give me a yes in the chat box. And if you want to, actually tell me which one really lands for you out of all of those. Tell me in the chat box. I'd love to hear. I love connection. I'm a generator. So I love connection and really understanding what one is landing with you, connecting with you, aligning with you. And, you know, and if you're like, hell yeah, Tash, like all of them, I feel like you are reading my mind. I feel like everything that you are saying right now is absolutely me. So let's get into this. What's really stopping you from hitting 6 figures? Because I know you're going to have thought in your mind, well, I think it's because the strategy or social media algorithms changed a lot, or I've just had a child, or I'm pregnant and I haven't got as much time as I used to, or fill in the blank. Let me tell you this, it's your belief system. Shall I just end the masterclass there? That's it. Good luck. God bless. Happy getting to 6 figures. No. So our belief system. So from the ages of 0 to 7, a child, we are imprinted with the beliefs. Our beliefs are formed. Our beliefs from Father Christmas to the Tooth Fairy to even eat carrots and you can see in the dark. Yeah, I definitely got told all of those. And as children, all we use is our subconscious mind. That's all we know. If I tell Santiago to not cross the road, he doesn't second guess it. He doesn't ask why. Like, obviously, as they get older, of course they do. But when they're like quite young, they don't. They're in their subconscious mind. So they believe everything they're told. So if I told Santiago about Father Christmas, he believes there's a Father Christmas. And as he gets older, it's getting even more exciting now because he's really believing it's Father Christmas, okay? Now, we carry these beliefs with us from those things that we were conditioned with, positive or negative. we carry these with us as we kind of growing up. So it could have been you have a limiting belief around yourself, around the fact that you didn't get picked in the school netball team in school. Or maybe one of mine was, I didn't actually get picked in school to be the main character in the play. No, I was devastated. Like it was, I felt like it was the end of my world. And it did feel like that at that point. I then picked that up as part of my beliefs, and they would then flow into my business and my personal life about not feeling enough because of this. Okay. So they're imprinted in us and they get stuck. And I want you to remember this word, they get stuck in our subconscious mind. Because our subconscious mind's job is to keep you safe. Like that is all your subconscious mind's job is to do. It's keeping you alive. It's keeping you safe. It goes to bed at night and it goes, whoa, we done it. Claire is alive today. Amazing. Lynn is live and kicking. Amazing. Michelle, we freaking done it. She's good to go, right? That is what our unconscious mind's job is to do, is to keep us safe, is to keep us alive. Now, you'll notice I might interchange between subconscious and unconscious. They're both exactly the same, okay? Just two different ways to say it. Our mind, we are programmed not to win. Our mind, how incredible if it was, but our mind is programmed to keep us safe and to keep us alive. It's not to keep us thriving. That's our job. As the body, that is our job. So our subconscious mind is in fight, flight, or freeze mode. So when something happened, when many years ago, let's say when we were cave women and we had to hunt for our food and we had to pray and we were being preyed on, let's say a saber-toothed tiger come, our brain goes into fight, flight, or freeze, okay? And its job is to keep us safe, which is to keep us away from this saber-toothed tiger that is chasing us. So what it then does is it takes blood away from our brain and it rushes it down to our hands and to our legs to make our legs stronger, to make our muscles thicker. Why? So we can run faster. It makes our jaw tighter because we get, so for example, when you get angry, let's say you're in traffic and someone's cut you up, it's really made you mad. Notice that your jaw will get strong. Your legs will get more powerful. Your arms will get more stronger. Now, this is incredible when you do have to run from a saber-toothed tiger. But I'm not being funny. Have you seen a saber-toothed tiger anytime recently? No. Now, our subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between that and, let's say, a client saying no to working with you, or you didn't reach your money goal that month, or, for example, you didn't hit your launch goal, right? It doesn't know the difference. It sees them both as threats. And if you have been conditioned from the age of 0 to 7 around a negative relationship, negative stories around money, guess what? They're creeping up right now. Your subconscious mind will do absolutely anything in its power to keep you safe. So if it sees a money goal that you haven't made as unsafe, it will do everything it can to keep away from. So that's where self-sabotage comes. You'll procrastinate. You'll literally go onto social media, scroll through, looking at everybody else that's smashing it and slaying it, go, woohoo, just made 10K, screenshots of their bank account balances, they've just signed 50,000 clients, oh my goodness, and you're getting triggered. It's then putting more evidence into your mind of, you can't do this, see, that person's achieving this, and they're doing this, and you can't do it, and you're not good enough, and you're never going to be good with money, and you're always going to be struggling in it, you're never going to hit the 6-figure, the multi-6, whatever it is, okay? Your poor brain is just exhausted, but it's there to fight or flight. But the problem is, when you're experiencing not hitting your money goal, you don't need the blood to go from your brain to your arms and your legs to make them stronger. In fact, you want the brain to keep the blood up there so that you can activate logic, problem solving, intuition, joy, energy, right? So we actually want the opposite. And this is why understanding how the mind works and how we can actually rewire that is going to be absolutely freaking clear when it comes to it, okay? So, I want us, are you loving this, by the way? Give me some, or tell me in the chat box, are you loving it? Give me some fire emojis, like whatever. So far, I can feel the energy. There's an energy here, and I am here for this energy. Yes, please. Okay, so let's explore a current block that you will have right now. So, and I want you to pick from either of these. So I can't make, and you can fit in six-figure, multi-six-figure, whatever it is that you want, because, so you can either choose that, or you can choose the second statement, which is I am not at six figures, multi-six figures, because. And I want you to write out what it is. What is that because? And I would love for you to share it with me in the chat box. Share it with me in the chat box and tell me what that because is. And I'm here waiting to hear what you've got to say. Don't be shy, tell me. And I'm going to read them all afterwards after this as well. Okay. So I really want to get into the comments. I can't make six figures because I'm not good enough. Oh, juicy. Let's get into that. Okay. I have been coaching now, running my own business for 6 years. And I've helped hundreds and hundreds of female badasses just like you. From starting up their businesses to scaling to multi-six, okay? And everyone in between. So I can have a guess of some of the limiting beliefs that are coming up for you. I'm not smart enough. I wouldn't know how to handle it. I don't work hard enough. I don't know enough. I'm not good enough with money. I can't sell high ticket. It's not working. I don't think I can. I don't have what it takes. I bet some of you are like, oh my goodness, that's exactly how I feel right now. Good. Okay. You have thoughts, but you are not your thoughts. I just want that to land for a moment. You have thoughts, but you are not your thoughts. Okay, good. I want to share with you a really powerful hack of how to reframe a limiting belief as quick as that. So let's say you have a statement of, I can't make 10K cash months. Okay, you're like, I can't, it's not working. Oh my goodness, no. And I kind of picture it as like you're standing up, you've got your hands crossed, you're like, oh, exclamation mark, right? What I want you to do is change that exclamation mark to a question. I couldn't make 10K cash months. The question mark will change everything. I'm not smart enough, exclamation mark, attitude to, I'm not smart enough, question mark. Am I? Possibly. Maybe I am. Maybe I could make 10K cash months. Maybe I could be a badass. It changes not only just the energy around it, not only does it change the focus, because your subconscious mind isn't seeing this as a statement now, it's seeing it as an open question. Guess what? When the subconscious mind sees an open question, it goes to find evidence. That's what the subconscious mind does. It's kind of like a Google Drive where we go into Google, tell me how to get to Orlando. It will tell you all the details. What's my nearest Chinese restaurant? What stars does it have? It will tell you that, okay? So exactly like that, your mind will then go back to it. Yeah, you can't make 10K cash months because you haven't done so far. You're not smart enough. Do you remember when you were 7, you didn't get those grades you wanted? You didn't actually get into the college you wanted. Your ex-boyfriend called you unsmart one time. I mean, isn't that improper English, right? Can you see how your brain will go back to us when we do an open question that, I couldn't make 10K cash months, could I? Ding, 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 ding. Well, that masterclass that you're with Natasha, she was sharing that you can, and Natasha has, and oh my goodness, actually, I follow quite a few people on social media that have, and I've just looked at testimonies that work with Natasha and their success, da, 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 da. You get my drift, okay? So we have those limiting beliefs. I want to break them down even further because they are never what you think they are. Okay, I'm not smart enough. I can't do this. However strong that feeling is, and your subconscious mind will create a physiological response to it. It's like thinking about, if I said to you, think about a lemon right now, a lemon in your mouth. Naturally, your mouth is going to full with saliva because your brain doesn't know the difference between imagination of there being a lemon and there actually being a lemon. So now as I'm speaking about it, I'm actually getting water in my mouth. That's how powerful your subconscious mind is. So if we're saying things like, I can't do this, I'm not smart enough, it's not working, what we really want to do is get down to the core of it. because that's really not what's going on. And what I've noticed is, from all the limiting beliefs in the world that I've heard, they come down to the three core things, which is don't feel worthy, I don't feel deserving, and I'm not enough. And it doesn't matter what amount is in your cash account right now. I have had clients coming to me making 20K cash months, and they are not feeling worthy of the money. They don't feel deserving, and they don't feel enough. And I've had clients come to me that are making £2,000 and they feel exactly the same way. So it isn't the money that's going to change things. I promise you that. It's the inner work that we have to do in order for us to feel worthy and deserving enough, with or without the money. Like my example of when I hit 60K, why would I not feel worthy or deserving or enough? Because I had 60K. Because it's not about the money. You've got to do that work in yourself. And the most powerful thing you as an entrepreneur, you want to master, is your subconscious mind and neutrality. Having neutrality with money, having neutrality with success. Okay. And I've just had a quick glance about struggle with sales. Okay. And that could be a strategy thing, Lynn. But what I'd love you to know is, if we were to get really down to the nitty gritty of it, and if I was to look at your strategy, is it because you're not showing up? Is it because you're not actually sharing about on social media about what it is that you sell? You know, are you even clear on the whole transformation? Are you backing your own transformation? Like, are you living an embodiment of what it is that you sell? Because there's so many factors to it when it comes to it. So yes, there's the practical strategy side, but so many clients come to me that they're doing it and they're still not getting their desired results. And I'm like, right, it's because it's a thing we need to work on from within. So it doesn't matter how many times you're posting on social media, sending the emails out, showing up on stories, selling your program, your offer, your course, whatever it is. If you don't feel worthy, deserving, or enough, if you've not worked on shifting these limiting beliefs that are actually stopping you from doing the sales, that are self-sabotaging your sales, and that is why you're not getting the sales coming in. So thank you so much for sharing that, Lynn. That's incredible and a really, really great, powerful example. So what we need to do is we need to shift this shit now. We need to shift this shit now. Like, ain't nobody got time to wait, okay? So here is a beautiful drawing that I found on good old Google of the conscious part of the brain and the subconscious part of the brain. Now, the conscious part of the brain is 5%. I just want you to remember this. I'm going to explain and go into a bit more detail about this, but I need you to understand this. 5%. The subconscious part of your brain is 95% of it, okay? I always use this analogy. It's like the Beyonce of the girl band. The subconscious is ruling the goddamn show. So we need to make sure that that boss is in control, because right now she's in the driving seat and we can go into so many different things. And I do this in Conscious Coach. We talk about ego, higher self, inner child. Like, there's so many different areas that we need to witness, we need to heal, and we need to also replace. They need to be repositioned. There's a hierarchy, and all you need to know is you're at the top. Okay. So if you are having these limiting beliefs habitually, they're going around, they're affecting how you show up in your business, they're affecting, maybe you feel a bit scatty, maybe you don't feel organized, maybe there's no structure in your business, maybe there's no real strategy, and it's because you are letting your old habitual conditioning and patterns rule the show. So it's just going around without you even having to think about it. Okay, now let's share this in a little bit more detail. So this is an image from good old Bob Proctor. So at the top here, we've got thoughts, which is our thinking mind. This is our conscious part of the brain. So this is where we hear, see, smell, touch, and taste. 5 senses. Now, with the conscious part of the brain, it can accept, reject, and originate ideas. That's what it can do. It also contains 6 intellectual factors, which are imagination, intuition, reason, will, and memory and perception. So when information is impressed with repetition and emotion, it's passed on to the subconscious mind, which is incredible. How amazing what the conscious part of your brain does. Problem is, it's only 5%. So however great this is, it's only ruling 5% of it. Then we go into our subconscious part of our brain, which is the feelings. It's our emotional mind, and it all works in feelings. And this must accept all the information impressed upon us through repetition and emotion. and it controls the vibration of our body. So, when we talk about money and money being energy and being an energetic match to where you want to get to, if you followed me for a while, you would have heard me on my social media talking about, are you an energetic match to 10K cash months? This is what I'm talking about, where you're vibrating. And I don't mean you got to be high vibe all of the time. I make money, sometimes I'm in a shit mood. Okay, that's just how real it is. But I mean, when we're talking about the vibration, it's about being an energetic match. Your higher self is already achieving and living out your dream life. That's why you have these desires. You know that. Your higher self is already there. She's celebrating with verve, clinking, her best friends going, I've done it. I'm at 10K cash months. Oh my God, it's feeling good. I'm going to treat myself to this. I'm going to increase my team. I'm going to give 10% to charity, like whatever her vibe is, okay? Which is incredible. And so this is why we talk about being an energetic match. Now, so you've got conscious part of your brain, subconscious, and then we go down to the body, which is the actions. It's the doing part. It's the doing part of our personality. Now, this is the vibration of the body and is decided by our thoughts, okay, from our subconscious mind. So have you noticed, which I'm going to come to when we talk about the lack loop, something I created for you, you're going to understand this even more. So our vibrations, the way our body is moving, is coming from the boss, which is the subconscious mind, because she's 95% of it, okay? And this controls our actions, control, and our behaviors and our personality. So it doesn't matter if you're saying to yourself, and I love affirmations, they're hugely, hugely important, and they're something I teach my clients. But if we're just saying, I'm rich, I'm successful, I'm a six-figure coach 1,000 times, thinking that's going to change things, it's not, because your conscious part of your brain is only 5%. What's going to happen is your subconscious feels, yeah, but I'm not a six-figure coach and I haven't made that money, or I made that 10K cash month 1 month and I haven't made it since, and I've always been crap with money, and my mom and dad split up over money, and my friends are always asking me for money. When I do have a high cash month, people are expecting more from me, and all your stuck emotions and thoughts and patterns are coming up, which is in creating your actions or inactions. So this is why it's so important that we work on the subconscious mind, because it's ruling the show. It's the reason why you are experience your current reality right now. There, I said it. Shoot me down. This business coach said, what? Yes, I live, eat, and breathe this freaking work, because it's so, so, so important. And I remember that I done exactly the same strategy in 2 different launches and got a hugely different number from one launch to another. We're talking tens of thousands in a difference, okay? And I share this with you because it's proof that if the strategy works, if we all just done the same strategy, then why isn't everybody so freaking successful? Why isn't everybody multi-billionaires? Because that's not what it comes down to. And we know, we're here, you're in this masterclass, you're in this energy, you're in a whole different energetic field listening to this masterclass, because you know and you understand the power of the subconscious mind and what actually has been blocking you. So your subconscious beliefs that you can or can't make 6 figures is why you can or can't make 6 figures. It's as simple as that, right? So let me introduce you to the lack loop. So we're starting here, okay? And it's you're feeling stuck, overwhelmed, frustrated with the income that you're at right now. That then triggers thoughts, it's not working, I can't do this, I'll never get to X. Then you experience low emotions of feelings and low vibrations. Then you go down to, which creates inaction or procrastination. What's the point? Or the opposite, you try and hustle your way to results. I'll just post more. I'll do more emails. I'll do more social media. I'll do more stories. I'll do more this. I'll hustle. I don't need to sleep. I just need to work. I need to work. Right? And which then creates your reality of not getting the results that you desired, or the feelings that you desired. So many people say to me, oh, Tash, I'd love to make 10K cash months. I'd love to do it in this way. And they want to do it in a way that feels good to them, pleasurable, not pressure. But the problem is what they've been doing is pressure. They're putting themselves under this pressure of making certain amount of numbers, and the stats mean something, and they're looking on their online bank account, they're triggered as hell, and it's all feeling a bit of a tiz. And they're like, Tash, I got this good result, I worked with these clients, but I'm not happy with the way I've done it. Because you've got to think about Your destination is going to feel this way. Wealth is going to feel abundant, but you don't feel wealthy. You don't feel abundant leading up to that point. Then what's the point? It's the process. It's the journey. So then you're just going to go back up the loop. From not getting the results that you desire, you're then going to go feel and experience low emotions, feeling low vibrations. Then you're going to go into more inaction or procrastination or more hustling. Okay. And then you just keep going around that loop. Or you come out of the reality and then it forms your identity. I'm not a successful person. I'm a procrastinator. I'm not organized. I couldn't be a CEO. All of this rubbish. And then we just loop it round and round and round. And nothing changes. Nothing will change. And that's why when you try a new strategy and it doesn't work and it's worked for everybody else that's in that group program, or everyone is raving about the new craze and you try it and it hasn't worked. Or for example, you try this new, let's say you joined a course and that you haven't actually got into the course, you actually haven't done the work, and the course could have been amazing, the course was amazing, and you really felt like there was an energy, there was a vibe, but you actually haven't done it because you feel a bit crap and you're like, what's the point? I'm not going to get to 10K masterclass. And we go round and around and around. And I'm sorry, but who is here to change this freaking loop? Put a hell yeah in the chat box if you are here and you are like, oh my goodness, this freaking needs to change. Good, I'm glad you're loving the lack loop. I really kind of just sat down and was like, let me just break this shit down, because no amount of struggle, hustle, or lack will outdo the unconscious and subconscious mind, okay? Been there, tried it, got the t-shirt. I've worked with so many hundreds of clients that have tried to out-hustle the subconscious mind. So many, I laugh because it's the truth. It was me. You know, it was my friends. Like we've all been there. We've all been there, and it's all to do with our conditioning. So I don't need to have any judgment because you're in the lack loop. Like the fact you have awareness over the lack loop, the lack loop, easy for me to say, means is the first stage of change. Okay, having that awareness, because the beliefs that you have right now, I want you to see it as a computer, and you have just many tabs open. Right now, you can see the top of my tab. So I'm a bit at, normally it's a lot more like tabnitis, but I just was literally like, what do I actually need at the top of my screen to make this masterclass happen? And I kept it as that, but normally it's a lot more. My husband always comes home and goes, darling, you don't need to have so many tabs. And I'm like, oh. And it always reminds me of this analogy of our beliefs are just tabs. And that's why when we can look at our online banking account and get triggered instantly like that, oh, whatever the number is, when we can see someone on social media slaying their 10K cash day, and you're like, oh my goodness, I haven't made that in a month. Or you're seeing on Facebook people that you are part of a group with and they're already slaying it, and you're thinking, oh my goodness, I'm not. The reason why you can feel that, why that sensation is paused like that, is because it's a tab that's open, which is great because it means we can clear it. That's all there is. Like, see your beliefs as a coffee machine. You are not stuck with these beliefs forever. It's a choice. You can choose to hold the rubbish, hold the luggage, hold the struggle as long as you want, or you can release it down, okay, and leave the rubbish down where it is. You don't need to come into the beautiful clean house with your muddy boots. You decide to do that, okay? So understand, I hope this brings some lightness to you, that we get to do this. We get to do this. We get for it to feel lighter. We get for it to feel shifted. So back to the analogy of the coffee machine. I want you to see it as you've got the most badass freaking coffee here, the most badass coffee, and you've got the most purest, beautiful water here. And you're putting them together and you taste it, you're like, yeah, it doesn't taste right. It's got all like clogs of coffee on the side, and you're like, this doesn't feel good. And then when you look inside this beautiful, very expensive coffee machine, you're like, why the hell isn't this working? You see that the filter is all clogged. And all it needs to do is you need to take the filter out, give it a good wash, get rid of those clogs, filter through the old coffee that's there, give it a good wash, and then you have the most beautiful coffee. That's how I see beliefs. You know, we use the word limiting beliefs, right? But it's limiting us right now, but it doesn't have to limit us forever. Understand that. Because right now, you may be at this 102.4. Welcome to 95.8. I feel like it could be someone else on a radio station. Welcome to 106.2, and today it's Tash Talk Show, and we're on the masterclass about subconsciously shifting to six figures. But unfortunately, it's not that positive, it's not that upbeat, it's not that energy, and it's not a goddamn vibe. Right now, you're hearing, you can't do this, you're never going to be good enough, it's not going to work, you just post on social media and you got 2 likes, oh my goodness, you only made 4K this month, oh my goodness, you only made 1K, oh brilliant, you went to 8K, but then you dipped down again. God, you're just never going to feel that consistent, you're never going to shift these beliefs, you're never going to be good enough. Oh my goodness, we need to change that freaking radio station right now. Like, it's giving me a headache just even honestly thinking about it. We need to turn that dial to 6 FM. I know, it's a good one, isn't it? 6-figure FM. Who the hell wants to be 6-figure FM? Put that into the chat box. 6-figure FM. And I say this in a 6-figure FM way because I want it to be about neutrality. And this is what I love. This isn't about you being a badass because you make 6 figures. Like, I'm a badass anyway, whether you see my bank account or not. Okay, it doesn't matter. That doesn't make me a badass. I'm a badass. Why? Because I've done the freaking work. I feel worthy, I feel enough, and I feel deserving without the cash, without the house, without the car, without all the fancy stuff. I've done the work on myself. I know I'm enough. I bring it, right? And this is what I do for my clients. Enable this for you to step into this version of yourself. Because I was never always like this. Hell to the freaking no. I was a performer that was racked with limiting beliefs and held me back so much. And with all the rejections that I got, no, you're not good enough, your voice isn't good enough, you're too fat, you're overweight, you're not pretty enough, your nose is too big, like all of the things that came with it. When we have our limiting beliefs anyway from a child, they just added to it. So then when I started my own business, I had all these limiting beliefs that I had to keep doing it, right? Tash, I love your attitude. Thank you, Leanne. But Lily, yes, thank you, my darling. But the problem is with this is, well, it's not a problem. It shows you that it's an attitude that anyone can adapt. And this is what I teach my clients. I wasn't born with this attitude. I was not born with this attitude. I'm in that 6 FM. That radio station is dialed up. I am dialing down that critic and I'm hyping up that hype girl. That Natasha Clark inside of my head, she's my hype girl and I want to be yours. I want to be freaking your hype girl. So let's get into our checklist. So our checklist for a 6-figure CEO badass. Knowing and owning who she is unapologetically. Showing up confidently to sell her offers. Not sporadic, not, oh, come with me, like confidently owning what it is that she offers. The reason I'm so confident when I sell Conscious Coach or when I sell my one-on-ones, why? Because I embody what I do. I truly believe in this art of work that I want to teach, the modality that I teach, which is RRT. Like, I truly believe it. I eat it, I sleep it, I breathe it, I embody it. Okay. So it's very easy for me to be confident to sell these offers. Feeling totally worthy and deserving of attracting and holding consistent high cash months. It's all well and good attracting them, but this badass, the CEO, holds them. She's able to hold that type of cash. She has neutrality with money and success. She's untriggerable. As when situations come up, because they will, your clients will default on payments. There'll be a potential client that was a dreamy client that you really wanted to work with, turn around and say no, or she ghosts you, or someone's not happy with something that you offer. And we're human, of course. At times, depending on when it is, it may hit a little bit harder, but the CEO badass has the tools to be able to shift things that would have triggered the out of me before. Does not trigger me right now, does not trigger me at all currently. No, thank you. The 6-figure CEO badass fully trusts herself in the process. Imagine fully trusting yourself. She's detached from outcomes, timelines, and constraints. She don't do them. She's not a badass because of the outcome at the end of the month. She's not a badass because she made X amount in X amount of time. She's not about constraints. She's being organized and showing up in her business as a CEO. She's embodying who she is and the transformation that she sells. And she's balancing the masculine and the feminine energy as her freaking superpowers. So this is your checklist for 6-figure CEO badass. So what I want to ask you is this. Are you ready to activate your badass CEO? Are you ready to melt away your limiting beliefs so you can feel free? To stop playing small and be celebrating consistent cash months? To own your power and become the most confident version of yourself? To collapse time and spend more time in pleasure than in pressure? To stop the cycle, to break the loop that you are in for good? To become unfreaking triggerable with a regulated nervous system? Are you? Are you committed to that next level? Put next level in the chat box if you are. If you're like, I am committed to that next level. Yes, bring it on. Six Figure FM. Oh, yes, Six Figure FM. Love that. Yes, Tash, I love your attitude. We are Tash's biggest fans. Love that. Yes, hell to the yeah. Because the question is honestly this. It isn't can you. It isn't can you. You may think it is, but it isn't. The question is, will you? And they're two very different questions and statements. The question isn't can you, because you can. You already are. You've already got the possibility inside of you. You're already here on this masterclass. The question is, will you? Introducing my 6-week program to activate your next level. Now, Conscious Coach is like mindset work or rapid drugs in the best freaking possible way ever, okay? It's taking it to a whole different level. We're going deep, right? Conscious Coach is not a business manifestation or a money program per se, but it will help you smash it in business, not only attract in your manifestations, but actually hold them and become neutral with money. This program isn't more information because you don't need any more information. You've got enough information. This is an experience. Like, we are doing this shit together. Here's some of my clients, what they have said about Conscious Coach. Honestly, you have been worth every single penny. I would highly recommend it to anyone. It unlocked my whole life, Claire. I feel like I moved more in 6 weeks than the 6 weeks we worked together than in 6 months prior to that, Laura said. Marie said, phenomenal. Tony said, nothing out there like it. And Joe said, I feel neutral with money. Now, after years of lack, smashed my biggest cash month working with Tash. One of my amazing clients, Tony, actually celebrated herself getting her and her business into Stylist magazine. And she said, since Conscious Coach, I feel regulated as and down there says, focused on what I'm doing. The fact you completely reset my limiting beliefs not only blew my mind, but has really, really helped me with the way that I regards to moving my business forward. Thank you so much. You are amazing at what you do. And the modality, what I use is rapid resolution therapy, intertwined with some of my own Tash magic, but it's truly potent. It's called rapid for a freaking reason. Okay. Like, we're not here to play. And what I love about Conscious Coach, what I wanted the design of it to be, is that it was like no other program out there. And what I mean by this is I do the heavy lifting for you. Literally, it's like you walk into a hair salon, sitting back, relaxing, and I'm taking care of your hair. And you walk out feeling amazing, refreshed, and energized. That's basically what it's like. Through all of the content and the live calls and the activations that are in there, get ready. Because my intention for you in this program is to close down those tabs that you currently have up, to clear out those limiting beliefs that are just stuck right now, to help you reorganize so you can see the new possibilities and stop replaying past events and potential dreaded future events. I want you to have more access to memory, logic, intuition, power, creativity, satisfaction, and joy. Now, the two options are this: pay in full at $1,997, or you've got a payment plan where you can spread it over $599. Now, when you pay in full, you get a bonus one-on-one call with yours truly. You have weekly group coaching calls, which have personalized activations. You have an exclusive Facebook group with the most incredible other badasses. You have weekly transformational content and immediate access to a vault of activations to create huge shifts in your unconscious mind in an iPod. Literally in a podcast feed, you literally can scroll, tap in, tune in, and get yourself activated. Now, these prices that I'm going to be sharing with you, all the details I'm going to be sharing with you, are the special offer only for 48 hours. Okay, and you're going to have a special link, which I'm going to send now in a moment. I'll drop it in after I've given you all the details. Once then, the prices will all go up. So, for example, this will go up to 22222, and then the payment plan will go up to 6555. So, with the payment plan, you can break it down over 4 months. The program's only 6 weeks, but you get to break the payment plan down over 4 months. Or maybe you're looking for some VIP. Here is welcome my one-on-one package. Now, this is 3 months one-on-one with me. Now, I just want to say, before I actually go into the details of this is why I call it a special price, because my normal price to work with for 3 months is $4,999. So in fact, you're getting that. You're basically getting Conscious Coach for free. That's how it works out, right? So if you go for the pay in full bonus, you get the bonus of a one-on-one private in-person meetup. You get everything that's involved in Conscious Coach. You get the weekly coaching calls, you get the Facebook group, the transformational content, and the podcast vault. But you also get a 20-minute kickoff call. So we really deep dive into where you are, where you want the business to go, how you're feeling, how you're thinking, how we can shift that. And then you get bi-weekly one-on-one private coaching calls for 3 months, plus Voxer support. Or if you want to swap that over into a payment plan, you can spread it over 3 payments of $1,799. And that's weekly group coaching calls, that's the exclusive Facebook group, the transformational content, and of course, the private podcast feed. That's all within Conscious Coach. But on top of that, you get the one-off 20-minute kickoff call, plus the bi-weekly one-on-one coaching calls for 3 months and the Voxer support. So this is an absolute no-brainer. That is why I'm only doing it for 48 hours on a special link. Like I mentioned, 48 hours and all the early bird prices go. So what if you were able to tap into your unconscious powers to activate your next level? Hello, 5K, 10K, 15K cash months. What if you could turn down the dial of your inner critic and turn up the inner badass chick who's regulated as? What if you were to let go of the external validations, the conditions, the outcomes, the timelines, the restrictions? What if you were to truly go all in and believe that you get to have it all and it gets to feel so good? What if you could become untriggerable? That whatever happens, whether you made the 10K or not, you feel freaking good. You feel enough. You feel worthy. You feel deserving. What if you could have a regulated nervous system to feel calm and neutral and stop playing small and show up like a CEO badass of your life and of your freaking business? So you've got 2 options. Option numero uno. You can decide that today is day 1 of the start of your life and you're like, I'm going to Beyonce this up. I am joining Conscious Coach. Or stay the same. You can keep doing what you're doing and waste your precious time and energy trying to guess your way through and trying to change or stay to yourself. Oh, I'll do that next time. We all done that. I'll do this next time. I'll do this next time. I'll do this next time. Problem is, next time never happens. Next time never happens. So let's recap. You get the live weekly video calls. You get live RRT activations, which are going to create such huge shifts for you. So many of the girls go in straight into the podcast and already feel the activations. You're going to get powerful weekly content to guide the transformation through this program. You're going to get the vault of the podcast, and you're going to get an epic community of like-minded badass willing to cheerlead and support you on. Plus, when you pay in full, whether you do the VIP option or the standard option, you get the bonus of an extra one-on-one private call with me. So I'm going to drop the link in there for you. And let me just get it up for you. Perfect. I'm going to put it into the link for you. And I'll also put this out onto the email. Amazing. Perfect. Now, does anybody have any questions at all that they want to ask me? And I just want to say something that when you go onto the sales page, They will give you, it will show you all the details. It will share the amazing testimonials of what my other clients have experienced, but it's also going to offer you a call. Now, you may be somebody that goes onto this, reads the sales page, and like, I'm in. Tash, I've been hearing about Conscious Coach for a while, I've been following your work. I really know and understand that I want to shift this. Or I've listened to your masterclass and I'm freaking in. Okay, amazing. All the details on that page. Or maybe you're like, I feel a little bit on the fence. Is this for me? Is this the right next step for me? Then I want to say, listen, I've got you. I have actually put the next 2 days, I don't work Thursdays. So for today, the rest of today and some time on Friday, I've put some dates into my diary. If you're watching this on the replay, the calls may have gone. So unfortunately, I'm sorry about that, but first come, first serve. I don't have huge amounts, preference of time to be, giving out weeks and weeks and weeks in advance, unfortunately. So if you're like, oh, I'm interested in this, I want to jump on a call with you, Tash, we're going to have literally a 15-minute chat. I don't do sales talks. I'm not here to convince you to join. I'm not here to make you feel bad about your life's not going to go anywhere, your business, if you don't know. That is not my vibe. This really is just a chat for us to say, okay, where are you? Where do you want to get to? Let me see if this can help you. If it can't, I'll be like, no, I don't think this can. And really a chance for you to ask me what your questions are about Conscious Coach, because I know so many of you have been on the fence about it. So yeah, book in your call. I just want to kind of go up. Yeah, 6 figures, loving this energy. Yes. If anybody's got any questions at all, then just drop them into the chat box. And if not, then we are finished. And I've absolutely loved giving you this masterclass. It really have. And I think it's so important, even today, if I give you kind of a bit of the backstory of what was going on in my life, the tech wasn't working, the Wi-Fi wasn't working, so we moved out to the outbuilding. My son at the moment isn't sleeping, so we're working with a sleep specialist to work through that. So literally half an hour before I was coming on live, he wanted me and I was sleeping on the floor to try and get him to sleep. But what's really, really important, it isn't this. What got me through this and what was able for me to show up as the badass that I freaking am is because my subconscious mind, the beliefs that I have ingrained into myself, the new commands that my subconscious mind understands, vibes, and gets with is what creates the results that I do. So I'm going to love you and leave you. I can't wait to celebrate you signing up. You're going to go up on my wall. I'll be sending you over on the Instagram. We start next week. Great question. We start next week. The content's going to drop next week. Then our live calls start the week after. So literally, this is why this bonus is only for 48 hours for you to jump on in. And especially if you're looking for one-on-one support, to have my eyes, my wisdom, my experience, my soul in your business and in your life, then the VIP package is certainly for you, especially because it's like no brainer. That's what it would cost for one-on-one. You actually get it with Conscious Coach now as well. It's like freaking amazing. And what we're going to work on is the pillars of you, your subconscious mind, but also the pillars in your business. And we can, even when you do the VIP option, we can look at your strategy and making sure that it's aligned to your subconscious mind. Your beliefs are backing the strategy that you're actually doing. So it's going to create some form of freaking magic. So I hope you have loved this masterclass as much as I have. It's been a vibe. It's been a vibe. And I'm looking forward to you guys booking your calls and celebrating you guys signing up. I can't wait to see you inside Conscious Coach. Bye-bye.